awkward situation where Trump looked like he was following Musk's commands, not vice versa, and left many openly wondering who was in charge. Late today, Republicans negotiated with themselves to present a pared-down bill that funded the government for 3 months while providing money for disaster relief, farm assistance, and Trump's much-sought-after debt limit increase, a deal that Trump made sure to endorse before Elon weighed in to come in and steal his shine. But let's not pretend that Trump has some altruistic goal here. He only does what serves his and his financial backers' pockets.
What does that say?
Bald-headed lies. Bald-headed lies.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Micca, and we're back for another Red Cup Talks because, you know, once we have the Red Cup, we're about to spill some truth. And today I wanted to come on and talk about Reid and her bald-headed reasoning, okay? It's never anything good. This woman is Trump deranged. And right now, her and the rest of the liberal media that has Trump derangement, they're trying to stoke division, okay? They're really trying to stoke division. The shutdown is seemingly giving the Democrats the talking points that they want when they don't realize they're doing themselves a disservice. But I digress on that. Reid gets on here and rants about how Elon is really the president. And that's what a lot of the media, especially MSNBC, seems to be going with right now, all right? And even loud lash-wearing Jasmine Crockett weighed in. And for the past couple of days, I'm telling you, the lash lady, she has just been weighing in, when she should be working. Like, why aren't you at the Hill? This Congress is the most unproductive because it is the most unproductive. They're all lame ducks. I want you guys to see what the media and Reid and all her bald-headed reasoning had to say about the shutdown. Here we go.
This fiasco has forced us to ask a question that we'll likely have to ask on a regular basis over the next year at least, and which actually should be familiar to Donald Trump, since it is also the title of an 80s sitcom, namely, Who's the Boss? The past 24 hours, well, if the past 24 hours, I should say, is any indication, the answer very clearly is Elon.
Now, she knows that's a bald-headed lie. You guys are trying to stoke division, and I don't know why, but it's a bald-headed lie, and you know it. The Government Office of Accountability should be the ones telling you this stuff, but because you fund that too, they tend to not show those reports, especially to the public. So this is the branch of non-government, you know, like independent contractors, you know, like independent entities like the IRS and the Federal Reserve, like that, you know, that are private. Okay. This is a private entity that is contracted by the government for free to go ahead and look at bills. Stop with the bald-headed reasoning.
Musk showed the world what he got for his $200 million investment into Donald Trump, you know, besides his fortune ballooning 84% to nearly $500 billion and likely control over the agencies regulating his 300 plus government contracts and, you know, plus a ginormous additional tax cut by tweaking out on Twitter and demanding that Republicans in Congress, quote, stop the steal of American tax dollars by tanking the bill to fund the government.
Correct.
And this was a bipartisan bill that Republicans had previously agreed on.
No, Republicans did not previously agree on this. The backdoor deal that Mike Johnson and Hakeem Jeffries agreed on, okay, those people, they have agreed on it. But they waited 24 hours before it's supposed to get signed into office. Of course, the Democrats are fine with it. It's all the stuff that they want.
20th.
So,
Elon Musk, the foreign-born billionaire who uses X-Twitter to leverage his personal agenda, threatened any Republican who voted for the bill with primary challenges funded by him. Meaning, in his view, he doesn't just own Trump. He owns every single elected Republican in Washington. Sweet deal.
All right, see, I want you to dig deep into her bald-headed reasoning because I want you to see what she's actually saying, all right? In all of that reasoning, she's saying that Donald Trump is owned by Elon Musk because Elon Musk has put in campaign funds and has funded campaigns for Donald Trump. So with that being said, you are admitting that when people donate, they own that candidate or that person, that presidential candidate. And by that logic, the Democrats have been owned. You see how bald-headed reasoning doesn't work? You need to try another logic.
for a government contractor who's ineligible to actually be president himself and who no one elected. This bill that Elon hated so much would have extended government spending levels through March and provide $100 billion in disaster relief for states hit by hurricanes, plus farm assistance, health care measures.
Why do we have to wait on a bill? What happened to Kamala doing that earlier this year? She went out there like she actually did something. All she did was pass out sandwiches. Hello? Why didn't Kamala do this earlier? Oh, I thought FEMA was funded. It wasn't even funded. We just saw J.D. Vance out there. Half of North Carolina is still in the Appalachian Mountains, are still underwater. So we had to wait all of this time for Congress, but yet we didn't have to wait for Joe Biden, to go ahead and give $1 billion in commitment to Africa and send more money to Ukraine. You see how they play the games like we're stupid? No, I remember everything. I'm telling you, she's going to keep trying to put this bald-headed reasoning on us, but we are smarter than that.
To reduce drug costs. And it included a cost of living pay raise for members of the most unproductive Congress in decades. Musk's 150 tweets, many including complete misinformation about the bill, triggered mass hysteria among the always jittery Republicans on the Hill and caused them to fall in line real quick, just like they usually do for Trump.
Does Musk have too much influence?
No, I don't think so. I think this is exactly what the American people voted for when they voted for Donald Trump.
To Vivek and Elon, who came a couple of weeks ago and were treated like rock stars, welcome to the party, pal. We're glad to have them.
What happened was, in many ways, Doge did its job.
Exactly.
While Musk was whipping votes against the spending bill, Trump was frankly MIA, or maybe sunning himself on the patio at Mar.
I know you're not mad at anybody being MIA, okay? The man who trips up the steps has been MIA for like how many months now to a year? When have you seen him? When have you seen him now? You better report off on the beginning of your broadcast talking about the White House said that the White House didn't say nothing. Joe Biden is somewhere asleep with a blankie. Stop.
Mar-a-Lago having a cheeseburger and a Coke while daddy was working. But he did finally pipe up hours after Musk's initial Twitter tweak out, adding to Musk's demands that Congress raise the debt ceiling right now while actual President Biden is still in office.
He's the
now,
president.
Biden, for his part, has not spoken publicly about this mess and the looming shutdown because White House officials believe, not without any founding, that this is House Republicans and President-elect Donald Trump's problem to deal with.
Biden's somewhere over there talking about who's next.
The double discord created an obvious and awkward situation where Trump looked like he was following Musk's commands, not vice versa, and left many openly wondering who was in charge.
I mean, what do you make of the role that's built off of that Musk is playing here? I mean, who is in charge, do you view, in terms of who you have to negotiate with?
That's a great question. I don't have the answers right now.
Other Democrats have begun calling Musk, not Trump, the president, President Musk. And Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett posted this picture, which is worth 1,000 words.
Just like her lashes.
Naturally, the brouhaha descended Washington, D.C. into utter chaos, with the House canceling the initial vote. Then late today, Republicans negotiated with themselves to present a pared-down bill that funded the government for 3 months while providing money for disaster relief, farm assistance, and Trump's much-sought-after debt limit increase, a deal that Trump made sure to endorse before Elon weighed in to come in and steal his shine. The financial markets, as you might imagine, did not enjoy this chaos, which is not what the billionaires who bankrolled Trump exactly love. They are eagerly awaiting Trump's deregulatory bonanza and his gargantuan tax cuts for themselves and their giant corporations, which brings me back to that debt limit thing that Trump is demanding. He told NBC News, quote, "The Democrats have said they want to get rid of the debt ceiling. If they want to get rid of it, I would lead the charge." Would you now? The new spending bill does, in fact, raise the debt ceiling. And there, frankly, are more than a few Democrats who, like former Democrat Donald Trump, think this whole debt ceiling idea is bunkum. It's absurd.
Wait, the white supremacist was a Democrat? I didn't know that. You would be surprised. See, here's the thing, though. You keep talking about this debt ceiling, okay? Again, the Fed is a private entity. We're borrowing money from a private bank, which is illegal, which wasn't a part of the Constitution until they strong-armed the president, who was a Democrat.
Absurd in a nation that could just print money. But let's not pretend that Trump has some altruistic goal here. He only does what serves his and his financial backers' pockets. You see, in order for the fat cats who bought themselves a president to keep their precious tax cuts, which he gave them in 2017, and expand them even further as Trump has promised them, Republicans would have to explode the debt once again, because it's going to cost us trillions of dollars to pay for those tax cuts. Tax cuts aren't free. And the money will have to be borrowed from somewhere. Hello, Social Security Trust Fund. But if Elon and Trump don't have a debt ceiling, they don't have to have a long, drawn-out fight with Democrats about what they can or cannot do with our money.
Social Security should be done away with as it is. It's a Ponzi scheme, and frankly, it doesn't help anybody. And frankly, even if it was funded correctly, all the way until I'm an old lady, we wouldn't have any money. We wouldn't have it. Why don't you give people back their money and allow them to invest how they see fit, allow them to save how they see fit, but they don't want your money under the mattress. They don't want you investing in things that might help you, like land and certain stocks and gold, silver. They don't want you doing that. They want to have your money in a privately held bank where they can collect interest and keep using your money for whatever they want, wars and all types of things. And then when you're old, you just die. That's how it works.
Money, see? And if you really want someone to thank, or maybe better yet, blame for this mess, you can look no further than the conservative-dominated Supreme Court, who with the Citizen United ruling determined that corporations are people who can pump almost unlimited amounts of money into our politics to get what.
Who do I blame for your makeup? That's what I want to know first. Who do I blame? Let me know what makeup artist to call. I will put in a horrible Yelp review. Oh, it's just the conservatives? Like, Joy Reid is facetious, and she used to love businessmen, right? She even said back in the day that Barack Obama, when he was campaigning against Mitt Romney, that he should go after Mitt Romney as a businessman because a businessman is more equipped to actually run the country. But now, because it's Donald Trump, you don't like it. Go Google Joy Reid like 12 years ago when she had hair, and you will find that she was actually a little more sound. Now that we have this joyless Reid with the bald-headed reasoning, she just has Trump derangement, and she has no sound judgment in government. It's crazy.
Who they want in office. And what big money wanted in this recent election was Donald Trump's tiny little fingers on the levers of power, and apparently Elon Musk's weird fingers pulling the strings of Donald Trump and the Republican-controlled Congress. Current government funding expires Friday night, meaning tomorrow night, when Congress is scheduled to adjourn for the holidays. If a funding bill is not passed by then, the shutdown will begin at 12:01 a.m. Saturday, just in time for Christmas.
All right, so you guys just saw that. You saw Joyless Reid and all her reasoning sit there and say, hey, President Elon is doing all of this. And the rest of the Trump deranged media is actually following suit, calling him President Elon. For the life of me, I don't understand. I want you guys to see this. Watch.
The government shuts down in 12 and a half hours. It is just unbelievable that Donald Trump and President Musk blew up what was a bipartisan agreement where we came together with Republicans and Democrats on both sides of the aisle and both sides of the campus and agreed that we needed to do things.
Well, just in time for Christmas, Republicans are freaking out on Capitol Hill because Elon Musk, the co-president-elect, came out against the continuing resolution that would fund the government for the next 3 months. Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson said, hey, we need to get this done. It's a 1,500-page document. It includes a number of different things, including pay raises for a member of Congress. They could go from 174,000 to 243,000. Well, Republicans are going crazy, pushing back, saying this is not what we were sent here to do. Now, J.D. Vance, of course, who is Trump's sidekick, is weighing in as well. And House Speaker, I'm sure Hakeem of Jeffries, the Democrat minority leader, is like, don't look at me. I can't help your ass out.
All right, so you guys just saw that there. You saw what Elon had to say. He always has something to say. I don't know who's listening, but he always has something to say, okay? And then you saw other politicians, other pundits, and MSNBC. They're all Trump deranged. They all keep saying the same talking points, but I just wanted to show you what the general consensus is. I am for no spending, and if it needs to shut down, oh well. Who's the boss? Donald Trump is the boss. Donald Trump is over all of them. And I'm sorry, including Republicans, if you got to get primary, you got to get primary. We don't want the spending. And Democrats, y'all already in the trash, so we're not worried about you. So I don't care what Elon says. But at the end of the day, Joyce Reid could continue to do all her Trump derangement tactics. We don't care, okay? The bald-headed reasoning is not going to get us to change our minds. We know what we stand for. We don't want it, meaning we don't want that spending bill. So you guys get down in the comments and let me know what you think about Joyce Reid and all her Trump derangement. Let me know what you think about Roland, okay? And let me know what you just think about the media in general and how they're blowing all this up. Yes, this is the 11th hour. This is what you guys gave us. You gave us a bill in the 11th hour and you thought we were going to let it slide. Nope. And we sent it back. Tell them we don't want it. It's your girl, Mika, and I'm out. Peace.